Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
The most important moral and ethical narrative that we find in the Torah, that we find in the Bible, that we find in Jewish tradition is the idea that all human beings are created in the image of God, and that God created humanity beginning with one person. So the idea is based on we are all created in the image of God, and all of us come from one person, the first human being that God created. Jewish tradition has learned from it the following: to teach you that whoever destroys a single human, it is as though you had destroyed a whole world. And whoever preserves a single human, it is as though you have preserved the entire world. Since all of humanity came out of one person, that means that in each and every one of us, there's a potential to create an entire humanity. And since each one of us is created in the image of God, that means that in each one of us, no matter what is your color of your skin, your ethnicity, your religion, your sexual orientation, or your gender, in each one of us there's something divine. In fact, Jewish tradition teaches us that God is present in the world through the divine presence of God in us, that we find God when we're interacting with other people. That means that the Torah, the Bible, Jewish tradition is teaching us, is teaching all of humanity that the value of human life is something that you cannot put a price tag on, because every human being was created in the image of God, and every human being has the potential to bring into this world an entire humanity. This pillar of Jewish ethics and morals, this pillar of humanity, is actually what stands now in the midst of the crisis of the pandemic that we see. We are experiencing a human moment where the idea that human dignity and human value is sacred and you cannot put a price on it is essential. And we actually need to be very proud at the decision making that humanity has taken so far in this pandemic, because it seems so far that humanity has made almost a unanimous decision to put the sanctity of human life above global economical interests and national economical interest. We almost need to take a photo of this moment. This is the one Kodak moment that is essential to understand who we are and what we're experiencing. We are for sure counting how many people were infected by this disease, how many people have died by this disease, what will be the economical devastation that we will all suffer from. But we should always remember that humanity was put into a test here, and so far have passed it with flying colors. It almost seems like all of humanity, all the government, have taken the right decision in this moment. And this is more than a miracle, more than an heroic moment for our world. We should not take for granted that all the governments, from China to the United States, from England to Israel, have decided to take measures that put their economy at risk, that in a way almost ruins their economy, in order to protect the health of their citizens. Billions of people are literally sent to home and not to work in order to defend those who are most at risk. This is an unusual moment of our demonstrating what human beings are meant to be. So far, humanity has taken the decision that health comes before economy, that human dignity and the sanctity of human life comes before economy. Let us hope and pray that we will continue to make that decision. Let's hope and pray that this will influence how governments and societies are calculating their paths and making decisions even after the pandemic is all over. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We're going to page 24 for our anthem, which is